filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built the win, applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Welcome back to CTC. I'm your gracious host, Carl, and I'm back with another episode. Today, we are going to talk about 3 basketball games we got going on today. The most important and biggest one today is a top 10 matchup between number 3 Michigan at number 7 Michigan State. And just stay tuned around for that one. But without further ado, actually, one more thing. We went 7-0 on our Monday show. Ended up not doing a show Wednesday. Just felt like it was no point. We'll just skip to Friday. But Monday show, 2-0, Duke, Arizona. Wednesday show, 5-0. We went, I'm trying to remember the games. We went Nevada, not UNLV, New Mexico, excuse me. Vandy. We went Bama. And we went, I can't remember the last one, but just know we went 5-0. But without further ado, we're going to jump right into a big game in the MAC. We got Kent State taking on Akron in Akron. 2 versus 3 in the MAC. Akron is 2. Kent State is 3. Now, Kent State is 8-1 in conference play. Not Kent State, excuse me. Akron's 8-1 in conference play. Only losses to Miami of Ohio, who's currently undefeated in conference play and number 1. And Kent State is 7-2 in conference play, which their second loss is Miami of Ohio, but their first loss is Central Michigan, who's at the bottom of the MAC. So tough, terrible loss there for Kent State. But nonetheless, hey, you win here, you're in second place, lose. Gets a little harder to climb up that ladder. But we'll start with Kent State as they're 9.5 point road dogs. Game is in about 30 minutes on CBSN. They're led by Delrico Gillespie. He's averaging 19.1 points per game, 12.3 rebounds per game, and 1.6 blocks per game. Morgan Stafford, 14 points per game and 6.2 rebounds. And Sion Medley, averaging 10.9 points per game, 6.9 assists, and 1.5 steals. Now, their X factor to me is going to be Jakari Williamson and his 3-point shooting, because Akron is guard heavy. And I do think that they're going to need a lot of outside scoring. And he helps in that, shooting 46.5% from the 3-point line. So I think Williamson is going to be the X factor there. Now for Akron, they're led by Tavari Johnson, who was a part of that team last year, who made the tournament, completing the MAC conference tournament championship comeback against Miami of Ohio last year. He's averaging 20.5 points per game, 5.6 assists per game, and 1.5 steals per game. Amani Lyles averaging 15.6 points per game, 7.5 rebounds per game, and 1.1 steals per game. And Samaj Scott off the bench averaging 13.3 points per game. Now, their X factor to me is another bench player. His name is Eric Mahaffey. He's going to be big in helping Scott with the scoring off the bench, because Kent State does like to put up a ton of points. And so Akron's going to have to match that, and bench scoring is huge in college basketball, let alone I think it's going to be huge in this game. Now, ultimately, I went with Akron in this matchup because, one, they're 11-0 at home. Tough team to beat at home. They've been a tough team to beat at home for a while. So I think that is a huge nod there. 2, Kent State, not the greatest on the road. I think they're 3-3 on the road. This is a big matchup, but I just think Akron with their guards and the way they play basketball, I'm going to take Akron in this matchup. So give me Akron in this one. Now we're going to move on to a big game in the A10. Huge game. We got Dayton, who's actually on a 3-game slide right now. So Dayton is looking to bounce back, but they're looking to bounce back against a tough St. Louis team who is ranked in the top 25 for the first time in 5-6 years. I think it was since 2020, 2021. So definitely a great St. Louis team. I gave Josh Schwartz a huge shout out, the head coach. He was a one-time coach at Indiana State, brought Robbie Avila with him, and he's done nothing but great things since. So definitely shout out to him. Dayton is coming to this one as 9.5-point dogs. This game is 8 o'clock on CBSN. Now, for Dayton, they're led by Javon Bennett, averaging 16.3 points per game, 1.4 steals. Deshane Montgomery, averaging 14.9 points per game, 3.9 rebounds, and 2.7 steals. And Keontae Jones, averaging 9 points per game, 5.9 points per game, and 1.9 steals per game. As you can see, Dayton, they love to jump the passing lanes. They love to create extra possessions for themselves. They could play defense. They're really good at scoring too. But lately, I think they have lacked on the defensive end. That's why they're on a 3-game slide. Their X factor to me is going to be Amal Elentane. He's going to be huge in helping guard Robbie Avila, whether it's down low, whether it's on the perimeter. He's just going to be huge there. He's averaging 1.2 blocks per game. And he's averaging 5.4 boards, so he's going to be big on the boards. But I think he's going to be huge going against Robbie Avila. Now, St. Louis, they're led by the aforementioned Robbie Avila, averaging 13.1 points per game, 4.5 rebounds per game, and 4 assists per game. Lest I forget he got that outside shot. We got Trey Green, 11.8 points per game and 1 steal, and Dion Brown, averaging 10.9 points per game and 5.5 rebounds per game. Their X factor to me is going to be Ishan Sharma, averaging 40.4% from the 3-point line. I think if he's on and he got it from 3, it's going to be a big game for St. Louis. But I think St. Louis is going to win. Why? 1, Dayton's on a 3-game slide. 2, St. Louis is 14-0 at home. Tough team to beat at home. 3, St. Louis plays defense. I mean, they really defend. So, and they can score as well. And that's a tough team. Like, this team kind of reminds me of like a throwback VCU, kind of, not with the pressing, but with their ability to score and play defense at a high level. And it's tough for teams to beat the St. Louis team. Let's not forget, I want to say their only loss is to Stanford off of a buzzer beater. So this team could well be one of the undefeated teams left. Now, obviously, that is a could-have-been situation. But either way, I just think St. Louis defends and scores at a higher level than Dayton, and Dayton's also on a 3-game slide. So I'm going to take St. Louis in this matchup. Jordan Durkak was also hurt. Let me see if Jordan Durkak is actually back tonight, because I think that's actually big for Dayton if Durkak is back. So let's look that up, because he is a guy who can knock down outside shots. He's a guy who can score, get in the lane. So Durkak is currently sidelined, and he will. It looks like he's not returning. Yeah, he's out. He's out. So Durkak will not play in this game from what it looks like here. So I think that's also a reason why they lost 3 straight as well, because he's a big part of this team. So, yeah, I'm going to take St. Louis in this one. Now, the last game I have for y'all is the main event, in my opinion. Probably won't be watching much of Dayton St. Louis, because this game will be on my TV. I know they got the most view. I don't care about most view. This game is primary on the TV today. We got number 3 Michigan at – see, I couldn't even say that. Couldn't even say it, man. I need some water. Number 3 Michigan at number 7 Michigan State. 8 o'clock on Fox. Michigan State has swept Michigan the last 2 seasons. They've won 7 straight against Michigan at the Breslin. So a lot of the trends are in Michigan State's favor. And let's not forget, the last time Michigan and Michigan State played at the Breslin, we had the whole scuffle on senior night at the Logo with Trey Holloman, who's currently on NC State. But Kaysen was there for Michigan. But let's not forget that. So that's something pretty sure Izzo reminded the boys about. But let's get into the game. So Michigan is led by Yaxu Lundenberg, man. Yaxu Lundenberg, the tremendous transfer out of UAB. He's averaging 14.2 points per game, 7 rebounds per game, 5.1 assists. Oh, maybe that's supposed to be. I think that's 5.1. I don't know. Bad handwriting. 1.4 steals and 1.3 blocks per game. Ade Mara averaging 10.9 points per game, 7.1 rebounds per game, 2.3 assists and 2.6 blocks per game. And Elliot Cadeau, the transfer from North Carolina, averaging 10.1 points per game and 5.3 assists. Now, their X factor to me, because Michigan has so much size, is Morez Johnson, the transfer from Illinois, who I think he had a good game when he was with Illinois against Michigan State last season. So that's one of the reasons why I have him as an X factor. But to his length and his ability to rebound and just his motor in general, he's averaging 17.2 boards per game and 1.2 blocks. I think he's going to be huge on the defensive end, helping bolster that front court. Now, Michigan State, led by my boy Jeremy Fears. A lot of people saying Braden Smith, the best point guard in the country, but my boy Fears been playing like one of the best point guards in the country lately. He's averaging 14.1 points per game, 8.9 assists per game, and 1.1 steals. Jackson Kolar having a breakout season, averaging 13.1 points per game and 9.3 boards. And Cohen Carr averaging 11.4 points per game, 5.2 rebounds, and 1 block per game. But my X factor, and I know the joke's been on him a lot lately, was going to be Kerr Tang. Kerr Tang and his three-point shooting ability is going to be huge because just like the Nebraska thing, I think that Michigan State's going to have to hit from the outside because Michigan has all that length. Jeremy's going to be able to penetrate against this Michigan defense. I think guys need to hit their outside shots. Kerr Tang being one of them, averaging 36.1% from the three-point line. I think that's going to be huge. I mean, if you want to throw Jordan Scott in there, Jordan Scott is another X factor in my opinion. But y'all know I'm not picking against Michigan State. Give me the Spartans as 1.5-point dogs to win tonight at the Braves and keep the 8-game win streak alive. Also, shout out Coach Izzo. It is his birthday. So getting a great birthday win for the coach and winning, I believe, 5 straight games against Michigan and dating back to 2024. I want to say 24-25 season. No, 2023-2024 season. So I'm going with the Spartans in this one. I think it's going to be a good matchup. I think Michigan does have the advantage in the front court with all that length and size. But I think Michigan State has the depth. And Elliot Cadeau has kind of been turning the ball over lately, while Jeremy Fears has been playing spectacular basketball. So I'm going to roll with the Spartans in this one. And that is all I have for y'all today, man. Just 3 games. I will be back tomorrow because we got a huge slate tomorrow, including BYU, Kansas, DeBanster, Peterson, Badunga, Kibikata. We got a big slate tomorrow. So I'll be back with a couple games to preview. Hopefully I'll be back happy. But that's all I got for y'all today. Now for some house cleaning stuff. This is a network. My show is a part of a network. So we have multiple shows on the network. We have the main show featuring Joe, Tomo, and Dave. I've been on like 4 in a row. So you might as well just throw me on there too. But we do have the main show. It's now moved to Mondays and Thursdays, 7 to about 8:30ish. We have Unfazed. Unfazed is on when you catch it. It's featuring Joe and AJ. We got BWT, Baseball with Teddy. The World Baseball Classic should be starting up soon. So shout out for that. We got FFC, Fantasy Football with Coach Coombs. Fantasy football season is obviously over. We are at the Super Bowl next week. So we're not going to physically beat it, but I'm saying the Super Bowl is next week. So just be on the lookout to see what kind of content he drops. We have RBO, Real Ballers Only, featuring Vaughn. That's an NBA show. He's actually going live tonight at 9 o'clock. So make sure y'all tune in. Now, Vaughn, I apologize. I will not be tuning in. Michigan State, Michigan is on. I'm sorry. I will be locked in, but hopefully you have a great show. We got In the Red Corner featuring Ty, Ricky, and Tomo. Boxing episode for all your boxing needs. Make sure you check them out. They go live on Sundays. Not every Sunday, but when they do go live, it is on Sunday around 6:30, 7 o'clock. So make sure y'all check them out. Am I missing a show? I feel like I'm missing one, but maybe I'm not. And we'll just say that's all the show. Oh, Dave's Doghouse. We have Dave's Doghouse. Catch him when he's on. Highlights and lowlights of sports. So make sure you check that out. But please like, comment, share, subscribe the video. And I will be gone. But till tomorrow, peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.